The sale yards, of course, some of the big exciting news was Cliff and Sasha from Gigango. They took out the grand champion with a pen of 10 droughty steers. They've been competing for 20 years and say they're over the moon. Nice to see that stuff happen. Well, let's bring it back to the studio. And the future of Beef Australia, the financial future anyway, is pretty safe. It's just been announced that both the Premier as well as the state opposition are willing to splash $4.5 million for the next event. That's double what's currently committed, so it's locked in the bag either way the election goes in around 5 months' time. I'm joined now by David Crisafulli, who is the opposition leader. David, good to have you here. I see you've got your jeans, your boots on. Must be election season.
It's a great event, Andrea. It's good to be back, and I just want the opportunity to let this industry know that they matter. And I've got a big portion of my team here. Tony Perrott, the Shadow Minister's here all week. I just wanted the opportunity to say to Beef, I want them to be able to plan with certainty for 2027. And we want them to also know that we've got a long-term plan to work with the council to upgrade the showgrounds, and that'll lower their costs as well. But it also brings some vitality and viability for the event long-term. So that is important, and I just wanted to give that message to the crew.
So does that cash come with any strings attached? Does it have to go anywhere in particular, or they can put it where they like?
The strings attached are just keep doing good things, and their costs are increasing all the time, right? We want this event to be viable, we want it to have a future long term, and we want it to have certainty, which is why I wanted to come here on day one and put that confidence and that certainty. When I talk to people in agriculture, the one thing they always say that they want from government is certainty. Certainty around land use, around water supply, around taxation and regulation, and in some small way I hope that this shows the industry that we understand that and we get that. And you know, if government changes in October, we're serious about making sure the industry has that long-term future and that this event has the long-term future, so it goes together.
On that, are you the next Premier of Queensland?
We're working hard, Andrea, but we certainly are the underdogs, and I need people to understand that. What we're trying to do in Queensland is a really, really big task. There's over a dozen seats that need to change hands, so it is going to be hard. What I will say, though, is people can contrast how we've been with how the government has been. We have been very unified, very focused. We are hungry to serve, and at the moment, it's the government is coming apart at the seams. That doesn't mean it's an easy task, far from it. We're the underdogs, but we're working pretty hard, and I'd like to think that we can get the opportunity in October, if government changes, to bring that certainty for industry. I'm the son of a farmer. I still own a very, very small farm. Agriculture is important to me, and I want Queenslanders to know that we believe in a future for industries like beef.
So you're claiming underdog status despite the polls. Miles is claiming underdog status. Who is it, and do Queenslanders actually want to back an underdog?
Well, in the last 12 elections, over the last 35 years, in the last 12 general elections, the Labor Party have won 11. Now, if you were a betting person at the casino, or if that was your footy team going into a contest, I reckon the one that's won one in the last 12 is probably the underdog. It's a big task, but we are, we're working hard, and I want to give the opportunity for change, and we do need change. Like it's been a pretty chaotic decade, and things are coming apart at the seams. That doesn't make it an easy task, but it is an important one, I can tell you.
You've got a small target approach. Some have said it's genius because you're hitting home that crime issue. Others potentially suggest you could end up like Bill Shorten. What is it?
Well, the only people who call it that is the Labor Party. I think that's code for we haven't made many mistakes. And we put forward plans for every one of those crises. So within 100 days, Queenslanders are going to see in real time what's happening in their hospitals. By the end of the year, the Making Queensland Safer laws will be rolled out. That'll remove detention as a last resort and change the sentencing provision so that victims come first. Now, that's what Queenslanders have told me they want to see. In terms of agriculture, we've got a commitment to make sure we build water supply and water security in this state. Now, there hasn't been new dams constructed in this state for the better part of 3 decades because of a real anti-agenda when it comes to this government. So we've got a vision, we've got a plan, and that'll help agriculture. Now, the government can call it what they will. I call it a disciplined team that's hungry to serve.
Do you have any plans to change vegetation management laws?
We've said that's not a priority for us. What is, though...
Not a priority, but any plans to change?
No, what's our priority is to give people certainty. And I want people on the land to realise that the days of demonising farmers will be over. And look, let's look at the numbers as they're falling. There is a likelihood that this could be a Labor-Greens coalition after the next election. And that's when you'll see vegetation management laws change. You will see farmers under siege. And I want Queenslanders to know we can offer stability and certainty and security. We can also work with farmers to make sure that what they're doing on their farms when it comes to being environmental stewards, that actually counts for something and that there's wealth attached to that. And we'll be talking more about that in the months ahead.
David Crisafulli, it is time for our pop quiz,
Oh,
playing for cattle stations.
Yeah, I understand, but you have to understand, I'm just a simple cane farmer's son.
This is
I
wonderful.
don't know
I
one
won't
end
let
of
you
a
look at
beast
the
from the
answers.
other.
We also do have a special scoreboard here.
Yeah, well,
it is from well done down to raw. It is a pop quiz, 5 questions. Let's see how you go. I'll get your knee knocked out of the way there. David Crisafulli, question 1.
Here we go.
Which beef breed is most prolific in Northern Australia? Brahman, Droughtmaster, Angus or Hereford?
Oh, look, I have absolutely no clue. Is Tony Perrott here? Can I phone a friend?
Brahman, wrong.
Good, I wouldn't have said
True
that.
or false? Each cow
wrong.
has a unique snout print.
True.
Correct.
That was a complete
Which
guess.
Aussie billionaire owns more beef, Twiggy or Gina?
Gina.
Correct. Standing at 1.94 metres and weighing more than 1.4 tonnes, he is Australia's biggest steer. What is his name? Harry, Knickers, Shorty or Blue?
Oh, look, country people like him. I'm going to go with Shorty.
Knickers.
Oh,
and finally,
I'm in a knot.
According to celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay,
Yes.
how long should you sear a steak for a perfect medium rare?
I don't care what Gordon Ramsay says. I have my meat rare and we go 2 minutes on either side.
Oh, dear me. 3.5 minutes.
Yeah,
that's 2 out of 5. We'll chuck you up on the leaderboard. David Crisafulli, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Andrea. Thanks for having us.
Well, moving on, make no mistake, Europe is in court in a climate showdown. The EU's Green Deal was meant to be one of the world's most ambitious climate policies to get to net zero by